Hey, Trendsetters. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to channel for navigating the complexities of modern life and building a truly successful and fulfilling existence. I'm your host, Trendxy. And today, we're tackling a topic that's incredibly important, often unspoken, but deeply impacts so many of us here in the UK, managing anxiety and depression in the workplace. Let's be honest, the demands of our professional lives can be intense. Deadlines, pressure, navigating office dynamics, it can all take a toll. And when you're also navigating the challenges of anxiety or depression, finding that balance can feel overwhelming. You might be wondering, is it even possible to thrive at work while dealing with my mental health? How do I even begin to find a job that understands? And what about having a life outside of work? Well, today we're diving deep into these questions. This isn't just about surviving, it's about understanding your rights, accessing the support available right here in the UK, and building a sustainable work-life balance that prioritizes your well-being. Get ready for an insightful journey as we explore practical strategies and empowering resources. Let's get started. Landing a job when you're managing anxiety or depression can feel like an uphill battle. The thought of interviews, the pressure to perform, and the uncertainty of a new environment can trigger anxieties. But it's crucial to remember that your mental health doesn't disqualify you from meaningful employment. The key is to approach this journey with the right knowledge and support. The very first and most crucial step is to connect with healthcare professionals. Your GP is your primary point of contact. They can provide a proper diagnosis, discuss various treatment options, which might include therapy, medication, or referral to NHS programs like IAPT, the Improving Access to Psychological Therapies service. IAPT offers a range of talking therapies, and it's a fantastic resource available across the UK. Don't hesitate to reach out. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. If your mental health is significantly impacting your ability to work, your GP can also provide a fit note. This isn't just about taking time off. It can also outline recommended adjustments or a phased return to work, allowing you to ease back in at a pace that suits you. The UK government offers vital support systems you might not be aware of. One key resource is the Access to Work scheme. This government grant can fund a range of support tailored to your individual needs. This could include things like workplace coaching, specifically designed to help manage anxiety and depression in a work setting, assistive technology that makes tasks easier, or even travel costs if your condition makes commuting difficult. Anxiety and depression can qualify for access to work if they substantially impact your daily activities, including your ability to work. It's definitely worth exploring. Additionally, if you find yourself temporarily unable to work due to your mental health, you might be eligible for financial support through Universal Credit or Employment and Support Allowance, sometimes called ESA. It's important to understand your entitlements during those challenging times. Citizens Advice, which we'll talk more about later, can be a great resource for navigating these systems. This is a sensitive area, and the decision of whether and when to disclose your mental health condition to an employer is entirely yours. However, it's vital to understand your rights under the Equality Act 2010. This act protects individuals with disabilities, and long-term mental health conditions like anxiety and depression can be classified as a disability under this law. So, what does this mean in practice? Well, it means your employer actually has a legal obligation to make reasonable adjustments to your workplace or working arrangements, just to ensure you're not disadvantaged. This could include things like flexible hours, the option to work remotely or in a hybrid model, a reduced workload during particularly challenging periods, or even adjustments to your physical workspace. When you do decide to disclose, it's worth considering how and when you do it. Often, speaking to HR or your direct manager is the first step. Try to frame your disclosure in a way that focuses on how adjustments can help you be more productive and effective in your role. You don't need to go into excessive detail about your personal struggles, but clearly outlining the support you need is key. So, you've secured a job, fantastic, but the journey doesn't end there. Maintaining a healthy work-life balance when you're managing anxiety and depression is, honestly, crucial for long-term well-being and career sustainability. Let's explore some practical strategies. We've already touched on reasonable adjustments, but let's, delve a bit deeper into what these might look like in practice. Think about what specifically triggers your anxiety, or maybe exacerbates your depression at work. Could flexible hours, or a hybrid or remote work arrangement help reduce commuting stress and allow you to manage your energy levels a bit better? Would a quieter workspace help minimize sensory overload? Or perhaps regular short breaks throughout the day, or even some assistance with prioritizing tasks, could prevent you from feeling overwhelmed. Don't forget about occupational health services. Many larger employers have these in-house or, through contracted services. They can provide impartial assessments and recommendations to your employer on how to best support your health and well-being at work. Your employer might refer you, or in some cases, you can actually request a referral yourself. Work-life balance isn't just about what your employer does. It's honestly significantly about what you do outside of work to nurture your mental health. Setting clear boundaries is paramount. This might mean consciously deciding to switch off from work emails and notifications after a certain time. It's about creating that mental and physical separation between your professional and personal life. Incorporating mindfulness practices. Regular exercise, even a short walk, can make a difference. And continuing with any therapy you're receiving are all really vital components of self-care. There are also some fantastic CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy apps like Sanvelo or Headspace that can provide accessible tools and techniques for managing anxiety and improving your mood. Many employers also offer employee assistance programs, or EAPs. These are often free and confidential services that can provide access to counseling, legal advice, and other support resources. So definitely check with your HR department to see if your workplace offers an EAP. It can be a valuable lifeline. Feeling overwhelmed by your workload can, honestly, significantly impact your mental health. Effective time management techniques can be incredibly helpful. The Pomodoro technique, which involves working in focused bursts followed by short breaks, can really help prevent burnout. Breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can also make daunting projects feel less overwhelming and give you a sense of accomplishment as you progress. Remember, you don't have to navigate this alone. Building a strong support network is crucial for managing anxiety and depression, both within and outside of the workplace. The UK is home to some incredible charities and organisations dedicated to supporting mental health. Mind offers a wealth of resources specifically focused on mental health in the workplace, including guidance for both employees and employers. Anxiety UK provides therapy services, helplines, and support groups specifically for those living with anxiety. And for legal guidance on your workplace rights, Citizens Advice is an invaluable resource. Their advice is free, confidential, and can empower you to understand and assert your rights. The power of peer support, connecting with others. Connecting with others who understand what you're going through can be, honestly, incredibly validating and empowering. Online communities like Reddit's Our Mental Health UK can provide a space to share experiences, ask for advice, and just feel a bit less alone. There are also local support groups that offer in-person connections. Sharing your experiences with others who get it can be a powerful tool in managing your mental health. Open and effective communication with your employer is key to getting the support you need. But let's be honest, it can feel pretty daunting. Here are a few tips to approach these conversations. When requesting adjustments, frame them in a way that highlights how they will ultimately benefit your productivity and effectiveness in your role. For example, instead of saying, "I need flexible hours because my anxiety is bad in the mornings," you could say, "Flexible hours would allow me to manage my workload more effectively by working during my peak concentration times." This reframes the request in a way that resonates with your employer's business needs. Utilizing structured plans, the Wellness Action Plan, or WAP. Consider using a structured plan like a Wellness Action Plan, often provided by organizations like Mind. A WAP is a document you create that outlines your triggers, coping strategies, and what support you might need from your employer when you're not feeling well. Having this documented plan can make it easier to have open and proactive conversations with your manager. So, let's recap some key takeaways. Yes, balancing work with anxiety and depression in the UK is absolutely possible. It requires prioritizing open communication with your employer, understanding and utilizing your legal protections under the Equality Act, and actively leveraging the UK-specific resources we've discussed, like access to work and the support offered by Charities. Remember that even small adjustments to your work environment and a consistent commitment to self-care can make a significant difference in creating a sustainable work-life balance. And here's a final tip, especially if you're returning to work after a period of absence or building your confidence. Consider starting part-time or even exploring volunteer opportunities. This can be a fantastic way to gradually rebuild your confidence and ease back into a working environment at your own pace. Remember, your mental health matters, and you've got this. That's all for today's from Trendxy. We hope this has provided you with some valuable insights and practical steps for managing anxiety and depression in the UK workplace. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who might benefit, and subscribe to Trendxy for more guides towards successful living. We love hearing from you, so please share your experiences and any questions in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep striving for that balance.